There it is. Maybe we'll grab the guy who gets the game-winning goal, right? We're going to win 6-5. Just chatting with the Pittman's grandparents there. Not the best period for the Hawks. I'm going to walk over and say hi to Chris. I don't think his mic is on yet, so I'm going to say hi to him. We're live now, Chris.
Quick one.
We're live. Camera's on.
I'm going to take over from home soon, so you've got the by yourself.
Sounds good. Chris just said I'm running solo in the third. It's what all the fans have been asking for. They're kind of tired of you, Jerry.
Yeah.
You know,
want the Paul Norris hours, you're going to get it.
Right.
But Colton's got to get to bed. It's already past his bedtime. Not your Colton, my Colton. So I'm going to run him home, and we'll let Paul Norris kind of call most of the third. That said, I'm here for a little bit. 5-1, 20 minutes to play. Paul, despite saying that a win, you're maybe calling a 6-5 comeback, but if a win is out of the question, what do you want to see in this third period?
Well, the last couple of games of these guys, and the last games, the big games we've had, they haven't been close. Rangers hammered us twice in big games. Hawks beat us pretty bad in SO. It'd be nice to show that we're at the level. Everyone else in the league knows that we're in the top two, but whenever we play the good teams, we're not playing like we're in the top two. So let's get out there and dominate. Let's just have some fun and dominate.
Hockey should be fun, and we'll see if the Wranglers can get a couple smiles here in the third. Hurwitz on that right side, back to Connell, quick shot. That's blocked, but Kane's first one on, and that's there you go. Positive first shift.
You talked about that last period, right? Being first to a puck, winning some battles.
And there's Samsung winning one, and Kane coming away with it. Kane
I look forward to you leaving so that your boy can score a goal.
Yeah, good point. There's a shot, Hurwitz. Good. Yeah, I should get out. Why am I still here?
Me too. Yeah. My kid scored when I wasn't here, and your kid scored when you weren't here.
It is going to be radio silence for the third. Paul and I are out.
That's right. Get out of here. And our boys will score 2 each, and we'll tie it up.
Kane tried to hold the line. Murray brings it into his own end. He gets it to Hurwitz. Hurwitz is going to go up the wall to Mason Jiang. Jiang gets on that right side. Battling to get along. Some ice time. Oh, nice pass there to Hagen. Quick shot.
Good job,
nice
boys.
Save. Quick shot there by, I can't see who that is on the left side. That was Pelzer. Hagen back, and Norrie and Pelzer back to cover D, and kind of a race that play. Good job by Hagen back checking. Quick shot sails wide. Pelzer behind it. Pelzer to Hagen.
Penalty on the Hawks here. Get the PP out there.
And Hagen on that left side. I didn't see what happened there. There was kind of a dust up in front of the net, but maybe a high hit. Paul, we'll see what the call is. Hagen back.
I think it was up high along the blue line there. It might have been against Hagen.
It is a head shot.
See if he gives him 4. Let's hope he puts 4 fingers up.
What was that?
I don't know who that kid was playing against. We'll see how many fingers go up. Just 2. You kind of tell when it's going to be 2 or 4. Let's look at the shots here, Chris. Shots were 16-10 for Hawks, so it's 27-17 overall. Not terrible. We're not getting outshot not badly, but as mentioned earlier, North Stars Green got outshot 49-41 and won 6-1 earlier, so shots aren't always the
key indicator. Point. He stops it, but Hawks are going to clear it. We'll say right now this is a must score to make any sort of game here.
And the Hawks have scored 2 in the PP. We haven't scored any yet. We're 0 for 2. They're 2 for 3.
Song now bringing it in across that red line, and got stopped momentarily. Dipsy doodles all the way to the net, but couldn't get the shot off. And back to Ratai. Ratai, quick shot.
Looked like maybe he was waiting for Ratai to come up, but I think they do play that, and that's not Ratai's normal spot. Normally that's Milne out there, so I wonder if he was waiting for something different.
Hagen now back to Connell at the point. Connell over to Song.
Whoa. That was never going to work.
So here's a bit of a rush for that puck, and Connell's first to it.
Good defensive play by Ethan there. That could have gone a lot worse.
Connell going to get it over to Jiang.
Looking for PP2 to get out there.
Going on in this power play, but Wranglers going to have to get control. They still have a minute left in it, so... Oh, and here's a breakaway for the Hawks short-handed. Quick shot wide.
Good non-penalty by the Wranglers there. Didn't grab, just put a lot of pressure on, but didn't do anything illegal.
Norrie to Kane.
Need Hagen and Song to get off.
So to Paul's point, though, the step 1 with the power play is that zone entry, and that's been in trouble all game long.
Yeah, and the Hawks are pretty good at it, and we seem to back off a bit, and they don't. They attack.
Yep. There's Kane now bringing
back out there now with Kane.
And that's a good one. You get it deep. Now you need 2 forwards there, though. That's the key, right?
Yep.
That's off the shin pad, and Hawks are going to get it out. Bentley McMaster, the last D back. Norrie's
Also,
getting.
the trouble with carrying that in is that you're by yourself in the corner, right? If you dump it in, you're dumping it to your teammates. So,
Yep.
come on, Chucky.
Well, Norris, nice play there. Got a shot off. Good play. Wrap around the 10.
Nice try in the pass.
And the Hawks clear with 10 seconds left. So that's a better look on that last part of the power play. And Jurowitz has not much time to work with, but he brings it across and walks around Michael and gets it over to Kane. Nice play. Kane, quick shot. That's going to be saved by most goalies, right, Paul? Like when you see it like that from 30 feet out. I don't mind the shot, but need some traffic. Need some bodies on that net. And
Kaner does have a good shot. He's scored 3 last game, so he's been on a bit of a hot streak. I think he's 3 goals, 1 assist. I think Carragher had a couple points or something too. So good offensive game for a few kids last game. But in a 6-1 win against the 4th place North Stars Green, so that was a huge win. We were hoping the Wranglers could follow it up today with another one.
there's a quick shot over the net. Saint Laurent back on it, over to Connell.
So Thiessen's on the ice, but Hagen isn't. Hagen's just on the power play there. Maybe they're not matching anymore because it's down by 4.
Hawks fired it back to their D, but D missed it, so it's going to go all the way down to the Hawks end. 16:09 left. Connell with a one-on-one here, and there's a nice pass right out front, and almost a chance there for, well, it was a good chance, but he lost the handle, I guess, late.
Spicy doesn't fail too often when he gets the puck. He's usually successful.
That's a great pass by Jovan.
He's a smart player.
Saint Laurent dumps it in, and Wranglers going to be able to change a couple players, a couple forwards. Envy, Pelzer, and Norrie now out. Norrie, good pinch, and you're going to see probably some of the deep pinching here, Paul. 16 minutes, down 4. Going to have to take a few chances, and it might, you know what, the downside of that is you're going to see some 2-on-1s potentially coming the other way.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, 5-1, 7-1 doesn't make any difference. 5-3 is pretty nice. Get back into this one. Talking about Jovan Spice there, he played community hockey last year, didn't make AA.
That's running.
Because he actually,
Sorry, Paul.
No, that's okay. No, clock was running, so the ref's going to go over there and say don't start it for 15. We'd say the Hawks were cheating, but that's our dads in there, so maybe Kaner's a little bit too focused on the tunes or something. But Spicy, his grandma and grandpa are at every game, and the old nickname for his grandpa Spice, they call him Old Spice, of course, which is a good nickname, and he kind of embraces that. Two of the nicest people you ever meet are Jovan's grandparents.
That was knocked down with a high stick, so back in potentially the Wranglers end for a face-off or the neutral zone.
That's hard to do, hey? He knocked that down with his backhand. That's tough.
Yep.
Especially to stick that long. That was Norrie, yeah, maybe a little.
If you're impressed by a play, you should just let it go. That should be a new rule in hockey.
Absolutely.
You know what? It was really hard that you did that, so we're going to let it go.
Totally. Our winger, Zhang, gets
Paul and I are figuring out the game here and making it better for your fans at home.
And we're going to change we're going to get all the offside face-offs.
Oh, Jesus. I think that went off.
Look at.
I think that went off a Wrangler's glove.
The ref's not blowing it.
Paul, I think that hit a defenseman's glove. And that's a great save by Vinny, honestly.
And he spun around, yeah. What's funny about the goalies is they have the number on the back of their pants. One of the parents, I think it was maybe Hagen's mom, pretty smart. She says, well, you can't see the numbers on the front, so for the goalies, they put them on the back. It's kind of funny. Now we got Ratai out there with Carragher and Benny.
Pelzer to Benny, and
had little Beastie Boys getting cut off there.
Well, that'll be waved off, so let's see if Ratai, Carragher, and
why was that waved off?
For Chuck.
Should have been waved off. I didn't see anything.
Well, it wasn't deflected, that's for sure. It was shot right in. So. I'm still here, Paul, in case you're wondering, because I don't know where Colton is. So until I find him, then I think he knows I wanted him to go home. So he's probably going hiding somewhere in the bowels of Cardell.
Well, he's all hopped up on cinnamon pretzel, so that's a really good dad move to give him those just before bedtime.
That was Grandma, actually.
Good for you, Grandma.
Yeah. Dad wouldn't have brought out the wallet to buy those, Paul.
Those are pricey. Wetzel's Pretzels get 20% off every time it's mentioned in the broadcast.
Every time we mention a company, we don't actually get a phone call. So
we don't follow up.
Wetzels, if you hear this, please call us.
My wife's in marketing. You think you'd be better at it, but I'm not. I'm not a shameless self-promoter. Actually, I am. I'm not gonna lie to you. Here's Donna off to our left, our team manager, our best team manager in the business.
Yeah. She's not looking thrilled with the score right now, but we're gonna
Donna likes to win. She's a Wrangler. She wants to win. Yeah. Come on, Kaner, you gotta get rid of it.
Kaner down the right side, try to get it out. Gets over to Bentley, over to Fleischer. Fleischer over. Nice play to Song.
There you go. Oh, way too high, Kane. Way too high. Got to be back. So my other team is coached by a defenseman who is a really good defenseman, and He hates when the forwards get too far ahead of the puck. You've got to be back there, defense first.
Yep.
And good defense creates good offense. You can't make those long passes.
So we're back to what we want to see. I mean, it'd be nice to see the Wranglers win a couple shifts, and I think early this period they did, and now, honestly, 14 minutes left, it's not much going on, and this is exactly the way the Hawks want to play, and they're doing a good job doing it, but Wranglers got to win a shift or two here and impose some of that forecheck that's been so successful all year, and we'll see if they can get it here with Colton Norris, who's been one of the better ones. It's hard to see on that side, Paul, so when I go with the radio silence, it's usually because the puck's there and I don't see what's happening.
Yeah, we're in the top right here. We're in the Wranglers zone this period. Oh, we'll try Gainer. Oh, let's see what happens here with McDougall.
Hawks are going to get a chance here, and nice move there.
Oh, nice play, Mike. Good move there by Mike. He's a goal scorer.
Jurowitz gets it over to Norris. He gets it in, and is that Pittman there trailing? Pittman didn't get the puck, but Hawks are going to come away with it.
Line combination we haven't seen tonight. Couple centers on the ice at the same time.
Connell now coming away with that puck. Good play, Connell.
What's Nate Hilton doing down there? D-man behind the goal.
Connell going to get it deep. Icing waved off, and Pittman on that forecheck.
Need F2.
And this play will continue with Norrie, and I'm going to actually get Colton out of here, so I see him now. I will bid you adieu, as they say, au revoir.
Hasta luego.
Thanks.
Have a good one, Chris. Thanks, buddy. Hagen's got the puck up the left side here. I got to make an adjustment from color commentating to play-by-play, which is always tough. Hagen gives the Hawks D a little push. The tie's out there with Carragher. The tie's got a nice forecheck and be offside on the Wranglers, but they delay. McDougall teasing out there for the Hawks. Always dangerous. And the Wranglers with a nice little forecheck. Hagen putting pressure on. Maybe I'll go down and visit with Joel, and Joel can be the color commentator. He can take a little bit of pressure off me today because talking through the game takes a lot of effort. Actually, you know what? As I'm walking by, I think I'll bring Greg Milne and he can do a little bit of color commentary. So Chris just left Greg, so I'll be doing the play-by-play. Greg and I didn't see that goal against because I was putting the microphone on his jacket. It looks like McDougall scored again. He got the hat trick and he's pointing to his own head because that's something that he would probably do. Say, throw your hat. Milne, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good.
Not easy to watch, eh?
Yeah, hard watch.
Yeah. Hawks are playing pretty well. We've been outshot 27-17 through 2. And it's just tough for the Wranglers to get a few things going. The D for the Hawks is really tough to penetrate deep. But you kind of hope that after that first period only being 1-0 and then that big hit at the end, you kind of hope that maybe would have been maybe something a little bit different coming into the second period.
Yeah, some more momentum.
Yeah. Not easy to watch, hey Greg?
Yeah. Stay rough.
So Greg, the deal is now I get to talk during the play, and then you got to think of something good to say when the whistle blows. So there goes Song up there for Kane on the right side. Jurowitz blocks the shot. He's coming up high. Hawks are coming in deep again. That looks like it's Jovan Spice. Good at the puck. Shoots. Hits Vinny up high. Vinny doesn't know where it is. It bounces into the corner safely. Medeb and Song are out there at the same time. The line's been mixed up here for the third period. Medeb has a nice little forecheck on Spicy. Oh, and it follows up. Spicy gets kind of piled on. Well, that's not Spicy, actually. No, that's not Jovan. That's some other dude.
Yeah, good forecheck by Elias there. Not a good play right there.
It was
going good though.
He had a good shift, and I don't know, maybe something was said. Elias doesn't do that much, though. He doesn't take many dumb penalties. That was not a great one, obviously, but doesn't take a lot of those. And the Hawks have got a good power play. Before this period started, they were 2 for 3 on the power play, so they aren't actually sending out PP1. Actually, they're not sending Thiessen and McDougall out there, so it looks like Coach Scott's called the dogs off, up 6-1. Chucky and Zhang out there killing this penalty. You're a good penalty killer, Greg. You're a very good penalty killer for the team. What's your strength in the penalty kill?
Forechecking, going forward.
Yeah, speed.
Angling them.
Yeah, speed for sure. Yeah, when you get your speed up, no one wants to touch the puck. I wouldn't want 6'2" Greg Milne bearing down on me at 20 miles an hour. Spice comes up with the puck. He's on the right side. That's going to be offside. but we only got a two-man system, so the guy who called that one was in there at the ring-out line. So Greg, you have a 3-game suspension.
Yeah.
And this is game 2 of that.
Yeah.
So you got to miss the game against the Bruins tomorrow.
Yeah. Hopefully that will be a bit better in our favor.
You'd hope so. Sometimes it is hard to come off playing the team in first place and playing the team in last place. So this game didn't go the way the Hawks want. The thing that Chris and I were talking about is, you know, you get up for this game. It's Saturday night. There's a lot of the AAA kids are here. A lot of the Rangers are here, and then I'm not going to say we lay an egg, but we just don't give them a good game again, and we are the second best team in the league. You'd hope that we'd give them a better game, and this is sort of the 4th game in a row when we played the Rangers and the Hawks, and we've been kind of getting hammered. I don't know that number 21 for the Hawks there. It looks like he's a pretty good skater there. I don't know him at all. I've never seen him before.
It's in my class.
Oh, is that right? What school do you go to, Greg?
St. Bonaventure.
Oh, yeah. Nice kid.
Yeah.
Everyone, all these kids are nice. All the kids for the Buffs are good. Hawks go D to D there over to number 18 Hildebrand. I think he actually played AA last year. I think he was you were a Wrangler last year, weren't you, Greg?
Yeah.
And U15 AA with Hildebrand.
Yeah.
You guys were good last year. You guys at one point won like 18 straight or something.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were good. You guys were a wagon.
They're going. Yeah.
Because my boys played Hawks last year, so I guess kind of opposites, but we were really good, and you guys were just better. You guys were just tough. And you guys had it really tough, actually, because you got in injury trouble in the playoffs there. You had like 4 or 5 APs for almost the whole playoffs, and you still had success.
Yeah, I think a lot of it was the coaching.
Yeah.
Our coach was really hard on us. And
Yeah.
didn't want to mess up in front of him, so we were making the safe, smart plays.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, safe and smart is never a bad thing, especially when you got a little bit of scoring power. And you guys had some really nice offense. You had Brady Schneider, and then did you also have Callum Goodfellow last year? So both those guys are playing U16 AA, and they're actually 2 of the top players on their team. Brady's the captain. What's it like playing with Schneider? Is he a good leader out there?
Yeah, leads by example.
Yeah.
Quiet in the room, but proves it on the ice. So, yeah.
We've never had the honor of playing with him, and I know his dad quite well. He was our principal at Principe, or vice principal at Principe, and I think his mom's a teacher too. I might be wrong on that, but Connell's coming up. He's bringing the puck up with Benny St. Laurent. I think I'm going to start calling him BSL. Carragher's coming up the middle with Ratai in his spot that he likes in front of the net. See if he can pull the trigger on this one. He can't. If he was a right-handed shot, it would have had a better chance. Here comes Spicy again. Last time we played the Hawks, Spicy got a lot of ice. I think they were double shifting their righties, or double shifting him on the right side. Here goes Carragher up the middle, dumping it in deep. Hawks are good when they get the puck in deep, and we kind of carry the puck once in a while, try and carry it across the blue line, which doesn't usually work. Especially against defense like this. This D is for the Hawks is really good. They're good. They're solid. They can be beat. They lost in the SO final. Kind of texted a few dads to see actually what happened that game, and there's a combination of North Stars played good, Hawks were a little flat. Maybe they played against a good goalie, but probably their first loss in probably 2 months, that game against us, so that was a big surprise to see them lose to the North Stars. Good forecheck here by the Hawks. They're coming in, see what Norrie can do. Norrie's one of their smarter D-men. He just makes, again, the smart, simple plays Greg just mentioned. See what Kaner does. He normally carries it. Kind of lost it and went on Pittman's stick. Had a nice little chat with Pittman's grandparents between periods. I'm from Delisle, Saskatchewan. His grandma's from Saskatoon, so there you go. Oop, that went off the mesh. It's kind of hard in a 2-man system. There was a puck that went off the mesh earlier too that they didn't see. A bit hard to see in a 2-man system. So 7:43 left here. Greg, what do you want to see for the rest of the third period?
Play tight in the D zone, get pucks deep, kind of get ready for the next game.
Just build, hey?
Yeah, keep building off this third period, and if
And
we play hard through here, we'll start playing hard the next game.
Yeah, the Wranglers have been playing well lately, but it's just kind of unfortunate that I mentioned this already today. Oh, big hit there by Norrie. And Norrie's good at that. He doesn't blow people up, but he gets in the way. It's a really solid 2011. I'm sure if he's not playing AAA next year, I'd be shocked. He does a lot of things right. Doesn't ever get the real big hits, doesn't take a ton of penalties, but plays just a really solid game. Kaner trying to come down the right wing there. I think I was stuck in a thought there, but didn't finish it. Here goes Colton with a little bit of forecheck. Tyson Fleischer plays it. It's nice to have Tyson back. He's not taking as many penalty minutes as he did when he was playing with us earlier in the year. He's actually it's hard to come back and get right in the swing of things in games, and Tyson's done a really good job with that. Wranglers getting a bit more action. Nation Zhang is really good for us down low, just like you are, Greg. And I know Coach Calvin, when we're low, it opens up the D. It brings all the wingers for the other team back, so it opens up the D for maybe getting some shots from the point.
Yeah, point shots were part of our game plan last year.
Yep.
I think that was a lot of our success.
Yep.
Get traffic in front, just put it on net.
Yeah, it's a simple game, but it's hard to do it with 5 other guys and try and get 18 guys to do it. It is an easy game, but the other team knows that too, and they do their best. Plus, it's way easier from up here, right? It's a pretty easy game when you're sitting 30 feet above it watching it. Colton gets the puck, tries to take it across the middle. He's at the end of his shift. He needs to get off. He's gassed. Vinny actually going to cover it. Normally we'd play that, but lets him cover it up, which isn't a bad thing. Hagen covers his head. We're going to get Benny St. Laurent out here with Chase Carragher and Maddox. So mixing up the lines here a little bit for the third. Connell and Jurwitz on the point. Who's been your line lately, Greg? Who have you been playing with?
Kind of been rolling
boy,
with
that's a nice
everyone,
play.
honestly.
Yeah.
I was playing with Maddox and Mason for a bit. And,
Yep.
yeah, it's just kind of wherever coach puts me, I got to play.
And you've been playing center and wing this year.
Yeah, I think I want to switch to wing from now on.
Yep.
I'm more comfortable with it. So.
Yep. Center is for kids who are good skaters, and you are a really good skater, but you're also really valuable along the wall too. You win a lot of battles on the boards. It's nice that you can play a few different positions, and we do have a few good centers. I think Colton's a pretty good center. Carragher's pretty good. Oh, they're all good, but Hagen played a little bit.
For sure.
Yeah, it's a hard position to play. It takes a special player to play it. Well, it takes a special player to play everywhere, but you need to be strong everywhere. Benny St. Laurent's a good center too, actually. He's a 200-foot player. Looks like he was gloved by Arlo Thiessen there. Do you know many of these kids for the Hawks, Greg?
I know quite a few. I'd say at least 6 or 7.
Yeah. And did you play community with them, or did you play buffs with them?
I played buffs with a few of them, and then most I know through school.
So what school again?
St. Bonaventure.
So there's a few kids on this team from your school.
Hildebrand, number 21, Joven, they're all in my class.
Oh yeah, Spicy. We played with him. We played with him in U13 AA Wranglers.
Yeah, I remember that. The white cages.
That's right. That's right. And we had, well, I'm not going to say this live, but we had 5 really strong players. We had a lot of good players, but we had our power play. When Coach Jack put our power play out, he left them out. So quite often, Colton, Spicy, Charlie Solomon, who's now playing AAA, with Connell and Griffin Williams, left them out for almost 2 full minutes. So Colton and those boys got a lot of points, and about half of them were on the power play. Our power play was probably at least 40% that year. That was fun. It was fun, but it was back when in U13, a lot of the kids hadn't come back from HSL yet, so the Northwest really dominated. But now we have a lot more depth now that the HSL kids are all back, and I think that's the biggest reason why the Buffs are so successful now. Because 2 years ago when we were in U13, like the Rangers won 1 game that year, and who were you in U13? Were you a Hawk?
Yeah.
Did you play 2 years or just 1?
Just 1.
Oh yeah. What'd you do in your first year of U13? Who were you playing with?
I was playing left wing with Colton Pinu and Maddox with Ty.
Oh yeah. As a Hawk?
Yeah, as a Hawk. We were third line players.
Yeah.
Trying to just put it deep and grind it out.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
And then when you in your first year U13, you played community?
Yeah, I played Div 2 with Knights.
Oh yeah. Have you ever won SO, Greg?
I don't think I have.
Have you ever won Cities?
No.
Cities is harder.
Yeah.
SO's tough. You had a good shot last year. Your team last year, like I said, that Wrangler team, that was no fun playing against you guys, and especially those two little annoying goalies. I can call them annoying because they're good friends of the family and stuff. But Weston Chisholm and Max Hartel, both first years like we have this year, but man, they dominated last year. Hey?
Yeah, they were good.
Oh man, they were good, and they were little. It's good that you don't have to be big to be good, and I'm sure they've grown since then. But they're both. Max wasn't very small, but Weston was a bit smaller. But holy cow, they dominated. They actually both won. Is pretty interesting because they both won the Goalie of the Year award. I think it was a tandem award. And I sort of knew they were getting it. I think I congratulated his dad, and his dad's like, "What are you talking about?" To Max's dad. I said, "You're going to get because Max is getting an award tonight." He's like, "He is?" I had some intel that I wasn't supposed to have.
insider information.
Yeah, they were dominant. Holy cow! And like this year for us, right? Like we got Kale and Vinny back there, and most games they dominate. I guess I should do play-by-play. I haven't really been doing my job here.
Down there. No, they're
Got Bentley McMaster out there. He's rocking the bubble. I don't know why. Do you know why he's rocking the bubble these days?
Just decided to change it up.
Why do you make a change? Do you know?
Not really, no. It's like, check what I got in the middle, like, while we were getting ready for practice. Check what I got. It goes out a bubble.
Is that right?
I mean, big change. So, maybe if something's not going right, got to make a little change.
Yeah. Carragher's always rocked the bubble, and most teams actually, once you get quadrant, they usually try. Is Hagen going to get 4 here, I think? Two's up on the board. Oh, actually the Hawks got an unsportsman. I was going to ask you about that, Greg, because as Hagen got the penalty, the captain's going to serve it. I think he got it. I don't know who got it, but he's actually rubbing his eyes, like making a little cry motion to Hagen there. You kind of hope that the Hawks would take the high road a little bit. Maybe it's hard playing against Hagen, and when things go against him, you kind of rub it in a little bit. These are 14-year-old boys that make bad choices, but I know Coach Scott won't really be happy. We played him last year. He's a very discipline-oriented coach. Won't really be happy with his boys maybe tapping their sticks. Maybe he is, I don't know, but 14-year-olds are 14-year-olds. What do you do? Nice forecheck by Mike McDougall there, but the Hawks end up getting it out. Jerowitz is bringing it in deep, and we're playing 5-on-5 hockey, so they have a penalty up there for us, but I don't think we're shorthanded. I think it's 5-on-5. So Arlo and Hagen have been going at it pretty good today. Arlo hit Hagen early in the first, and I kind of commented that I wouldn't be hitting Hagen because it kind of wakes him up, and you don't want to make him mad. And then the end of the first, Hagen drove Arlo into the boards and knocked the glass out. The Cardell staff did a pretty good job there repairing it pretty quickly, so we aren't too far behind. Have I interviewed you yet, Greg?
No.
I haven't. Well, I gotta get on that. How about if I interview you today? Let's do it after the game.
Okay.
This will be your. So right now you're just doing color commentary, but get ready. I'll interview you. I already know half the answers now since I already asked you those things today. But let's get you and maybe Colton or Carragher or something today. I think we only have 5 or 6 guys left to interview. McMaster picks up the puck. He's going to go D to Jerowitz here. Jerowitz is wide open. He's got a forechecker on him. He comes over and gives him a little shot after he dumps it in. Oh, a little bounce. That's what we've been looking for. Wranglers haven't had a bounce against the Rangers or Hawks. Wranglers haven't had a bounce yet. Not making excuses, but you kind of need a couple lucky ones. That's a nice pass there. All the Wranglers kind of ended up heading to the corner, chasing the puck guy, and didn't pick up the guy in front. Norrie's going to pick it up. Gives it up to Kaner. Kaner cuts back, see if he can give a headman pass. There he goes. Makes life easy to use your teammates, especially on headman. You can pass the puck a lot faster than you can skate it. Minute and a half left here in the third period. 6-1 Hawks, not the game the Wranglers looking for. The first period was good. Rest of the game not so good after that. But again, you guys sometimes give the Hawks credit. They're solid. They've only lost once in the last 2 months. It was a huge game they lost, not rubbing it in, but it's actually kind of shocking that they've only lost once probably since the start of December, and it was the biggest game of the year in the SO final. Did you go to that game at all?
No, I didn't.
I kind of texted some dads to see what happened, and I think I already mentioned this earlier, but it's one of those games. Sometimes they're 13 and 14-year-old kids, and they came out a bit flat. But in their defense, they had just beaten the Wranglers and the Rangers, so probably thought it was a bit in the bag. Can't blame them for thinking that. Or who knows, maybe the North Stars Black had a heck of a game too. Kaner's going to pick the puck up the right wing. We've got a minute left. Kaner's going to try and get it in deep. He's got Song with him there. He's now behind the net. We've got one hand on his stick. Hits the defenseman back there. Kane's down deep again. See if he can hit the point. Give it to the D-man. Wide open. Connell's playing with it along the boards in front of the Gatorade sign. Kane's back up high, covering for Connell. He's going to give it over to Pelzer. 37 seconds left. Just play out the string. Hopefully no one gets hurt. Going to play it out the rest of the way. Spice is probably just going to dump it in deep. Well, he can actually dangle it. Actually, see if he could actually dangle through 5 Wranglers. That would have been something. To be honest, if anybody could, it's Spice. That kid's got some sick mitts, and he knows it. Actually seen him play basketball before. He compared himself to oh my god, I can't remember the name of that. Like a 6'10" guy for Denver. I forget his name. I'm gonna say Novak Djokovic, but that's a tennis player. Playing out the string, 3 seconds left. Connell's going to play it out. The Hawks are going to tap their sticks on the ice. Celebration for the Hawks on Saturday night, not the Saturday night the Wranglers were looking for. Greg, any final word before we take off for the night?
Not really. Just get them tomorrow.
Let's get them tomorrow, buddy. Tomorrow's a new day. 5 points back in second place now. We're still trying to get that first place, get that bye to provincials, but 5 points is a big hill to climb, but there's still 10 games to go. You never know. We'll start that climb back in tomorrow.
So many.
Thanks for joining me, Greg. I look forward to our interview there after the game.
2-on-1s. Probably like
We're good, Joel.
yeah. Oh yeah. And we didn't like. How many chances did we actually have in this game? Like maybe
Maybe 4 or 5
yeah,
at the most. That were like grade A. These kids all know each other too, don't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can tell. Pretty mild, timid, but it wasn't. First period they tried. Like,
Yeah, they were in it for the first period.
yeah,
And then second period, there's four goals.
that's a big team too. There's
We got some.
we got
size.
some big ones, I know, but they're
Overall.
yeah, overall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't they have one guy? I thought Rob told me that.
And not that it's like their goaltending, but I mean, you don't play Vinny against this team. You play Kale.
Yeah, he should have probably.
What? And so he gets both games against the Hawks so far. Like, I mean, that's not.
Yeah, like, look at this. I think they won the Stanley Cup together. Everybody.